of the NFL on EA Sports. The Carolina Panthers taking on the Seattle Seahawks.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Seattle Seahawks and the Carolina Panthers. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And Charles, we look at this Panther ball club as they interplay here. They've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. And we get a glance here at their leader, the man who will be calling the plays under center.
And coming up of an early season open week. And in this situation, what he told us when we sat down with him was he spent a lot of time working on fundamentals, kind of getting back to basics during that time, as opposed to having to worry about healing up or resting up. It's too early in the season. Get back to the basics, get his game going again.
And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. So able to break through the initial contact and then down right near the 25. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Crowd getting in it a bit already. Here's an early 3rd and 10. They're going to look to throw. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack.
They're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Panthers will take over now 1st and 10. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. And here's a look at their leader, standing 6'4".
And his stat line last week, that's not going to get him to the Pro Bowl. All right, no touchdowns, no interceptions, but they won. And so the bottom line for him is team won, managed the game effectively, led them to victory. He's doing all the right things.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. That catch good for only a couple. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Throwing is Bowden. Buying time to his left. He's going to take off with it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Well, that was man coverage. So once he decides to run with the football, there's no one to account for him, and he turns it into a nice gain.
immediately there.
Carried by number 37.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Brings up
Bowden going to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 36. 11 yards there, first down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Here's Adams. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11.
Number 28.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Now Bowden. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
To number 37.
A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
To throw is Bowden. He can run for it, and he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. It's their quarterback. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Panthers are going to take a first-quarter lead. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And this will be good to give the Panthers a 7-0 lead. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And a 9-yard run on the end of it. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their 2nd drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
And that is incomplete.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
A 40-yard punt, give him 3 on the return, and that will come the offense as they take over. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their second drive. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game, because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far.
Number 37.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Now Adams. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on third down. He'll look to throw. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off at the 47.
Intercepted by the Seahawks. They'll take over.
They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
They'll run on first down. Bishop. And not a lot of daylight. Not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up second down. Delayed give there out of the gun. Defense was ready.
And I'm not a big fan of a draw play out of the shotgun formation because the quarterback's not having much action where he's getting away from the line of scrimmage. He's catching the football, making a little head fake, and then handing it off. You should be able to read it as they did there.
On second down now, McKee. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a third down and 12.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is third and long. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. He's at the 30. 10. And he will bring this one back. It's up at 6 for a Panther touchdown. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
Now the try here for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position and throwing that pick six, we'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
They told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. Give him 8 on the play, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. A 40-yard punt, no return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So here are the Panthers set to take over. They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start 1st and 10. They'll begin here with Adams. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
He was taken down at the 22-yard line. 1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
They'll set up to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Steps away. He may try and run for this. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
That's something you have to be aware of as a defense and have to find a way to account for him. And if you're not going to use a spy, you're telling your guys to keep your eyes on him, because when he breaks out and makes plays like that, all he does is hurt you.
Have to at least be able to contain him somewhat. There they could not. $14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Seahawks, nothing.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And somehow he's going to get a yard out of this as he fought through that first contact. It's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and
9 now. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
That was a beautifully executed screen pass. They let the rushers get upfield and get the escorts in front, meaning the offensive linemen, other blockers out in front. Completed the pass beautifully. So now you've got all that open space with big guys leading the way.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 41. Going to give this time to the tailback. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Second and 11. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And a loose football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they've rallied and made the tackle.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Fielded at about the 28. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the 2nd quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 35.
A carry for Adams. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. If this defense wants to stay in this ball game, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do, and right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get up.
Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. Here's the Panthers punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's just been looking for some space. I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about him.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
He takes this for 3 to the 29.
He's tackled
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. They couldn't get anything going there out on the right side in the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And they call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. Carolina getting set to take the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
At the 36-yard line.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
The draw play. This is Adams. A good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the juke. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Now an option play, and he'll keep it. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. And he'll give it here to his running back. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down.
Down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 27-yard line.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it. Sometimes the defensive guys just put you in awkward situations, and you get caught grabbing their jerseys.
If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a 1st down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup.
Barney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go. Well, let's see who's faster.
They run on 2nd down with Adams. And he'll get a couple here down to the 22. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. 2 minutes to play, 1st half. It's 14-0. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. They'll look to throw. Looking outside, and he's got a man. It's Baker. And he is going to have the Panthers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even third down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. He'll look to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down.
And sack.
And it's never going to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field, down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12. This is caught, and he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. They'll try to run this one in, and this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. Bust through, and he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season, and the Panthers are able to grow their lead. It seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point, because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. Extra point attempt here still to come. And it is now 21-0. So that drive spans 13 plays. And the end result, a Panthers touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
21-yard line.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. They haven't been able to get him on track. They haven't been able to get this offense on track. No points so far.
Maybe it's time to start doing a few different things. Throwing the ball a little bit, maybe featuring other people touching it for a while, and then you get a chance to come back to him when things have changed a little bit. They have to make an adjustment.
There's still time for him here as we sit in the second quarter. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 21-yard line.
He's got it. The tight end, Allen. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Throw left side complete. That's Sherman. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Back to throw now on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Bishop. That catch good for only a couple. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Allen's got it over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
86.
So it's halftime here in Charlotte with the Panthers out on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. A few teams starting to rise to the top as it's time to take you around the NFL here in Week 6. We'll get started over at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta. where you see the final score there. 16-7, your final score. From there, we head over to the West Coast. Check out the Niners at home at Levi Stadium. And they've got the lead in their ball game over the visiting Cleveland Browns. The Niners looking to sew that one up, and they look to be in pretty good shape. Finally, let's get down to the Bayou. Check on the Saints at home at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome. And they were losers in that one as they fall to the visiting Tennessee Titans. A 2-touchdown victory. 31-17, the final. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. And this carries into the end zone. And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on third down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he is going to have the Panthers first down, at least at first glance, as they'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The throw over the middle, taken in. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. They'll run it here with Adams. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all.
Brought down.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Rolling to his right. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short gain when he took off running.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, he's got him in wide open, complete. And he is going to have the Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a first. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets, because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
Brought down at the 23-yard line. A gain of a yard brings up
out of the gun now on 3rd down. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. And he's going to be marked down short of the 1st down, right around the 17.
Well, he's looking at a dime formation, 6 defensive backs on the field, so he's looking for anyone to throw the football to, but he didn't have anyone open, so he took off and ran for it, but he came up just short, and that brings up 4th down.
So on 4th down, Adam Gase turns to the field goal unit. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. And this one is right through. And the route is on. It's 24-0.
Panthers 24, Seahawks nothing.
So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
At their own 27-yard line.
Here comes the Seahawks offensive unit. They'll have it first to begin the 3rd. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Well, the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Too strong. They get there and take him down.
I think we've seen this before. If someone's down 3 scores, that situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, not bad. Number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter. 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. Now here's Michael Dixon as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. Fair catch called for him, made, but now we'll have to see about the penalty.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
That hurts. If it was running into the kicker, wouldn't be a 1st down. Roughing, it is a 1st.
And just think about the differences between the two. Running into the kicker almost feels inadvertent, just a small tap, so to speak. But when you rough him, usually bodies are hitting the ground and flying all different places. And the difference is 5 yards or 15. And in this case, that's a big play.
And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like he'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
Number 86.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
I don't know whether I want to be a fly on the wall or not when they hear the explanation of how one of the bigger targets on the field, the tight end can be that wide open and uncovered downfield. Who blew that assignment?
Somebody did.
No doubt about it. There's no way you're not going to account for him. They had yet to run the ball at all on this drive, but 3rd and short definitely was a great time to dial one up.
to throw now on first down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Allen. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 46-yard line.
Under pressure, and down he goes.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Ninth play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. Is going to be incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to push your lead in a big way. The best way to do it? Touchdowns.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Yard line.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And this is going to be a Panthers first down as the tackle made at about the 38.
Carolina Panther.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, second down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 12 yards there and a first down.
50-yard line.
Adams on the draw. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Baker. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4.
Ball at the 14 for 2nd and 5. Throwing is Bowden.
That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And now they're
inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Call it a gain of 5, and that'll make it 3rd and 1. And Bowden going to throw. And he will take it across for Panthers touchdown. A great effort there. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Panthers have got it on cruise control. They just continue to roll. And, Charles, for you and I, we want the close games, but for them, it has to be so nice to enjoy this big cushion.
I can't remember the last time we saw them play this loose and have this much fun. I think they'd love to be able to capture this game, carry it with them from week to week, and be able to execute like this in all the rest of their games.
Extra point right down the middle, and the lead will swell by one more.
Nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded inside the 5. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. The loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. Here we go on 2nd and 12. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Sherman. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect.
It's a gain of
23 yards, the final tally.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Let's see who this is on. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. And he comes back with one complete.
the pass.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack.
Quarterback sack. A loss of
Brand, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've had a lot of chances, but not much success, converting only 3 times. This is 3rd and 17. And he's going to go down again.
a loss of 7 yards.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. It's caught inside the 25. And he's going to get this deep on a Carolina side of the field. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing, and if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet. and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Allen. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 15-yard line.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line.
Number 89.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. From 13 yards out. And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. Now the try here for the point after. And he's got it as the score is now 31-7. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it all culminates with a Seattle score. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken in at the 3. Able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Carolina offense about ready to go. And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in, and they have not disappointed as they've got the big lead here in the 4th. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. And again this time to the tailback. And he lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. He has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Throw right side, complete to Williams. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They'll try the left side. McKee. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there, and now it's 3rd down and inches.
And it brings up
this run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the 4th quarter. Just rely more on the passing attack.
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first 3 quarters, you're still trying to convince the defense that you may run the football. That's out the window right now. Protect, let your quarterback operate, and try to find some targets in the open field downfield.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. first down. McKee, and hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And the return will stop right around the 25.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Carolina getting set to take the field.
And they have to be feeling pretty good. Comfortable fourth quarter lead as they take over following the fumble recovery.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage.
37.
No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
No gain on the play. It's 3rd down and 6.
Now Bowden.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion. And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
Now that's a nice play. Got me fired up, partner. But can they do it back-to-back plays? All the training that you go through as a defense for these situations, when you have to get the ball back, everything you go through, holding up the runner, raking at the football, getting to the passer, knocking it out of his hands, whatever way, they have to get the ball back.
Now can they stand tall again for a huge fourth quarter stop? Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
And they'll try to run the option here.
He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And all the way down to the 33-yard line. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down.
Well, I'll tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he stopped immediately there.
Carry for the running back.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Scrimmage. No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10. At the Seahawks 33-yard line.
On 2nd down, it's Adams. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down. Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and mini camps. For these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
penalty for Carolina, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the Panthers, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Seattle, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Baltimore Ravens. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.